Okay, let's just check the tech. Oh, a couple of people joining me, that's brilliant. Hi. Just checking out the tech a minute, just make sure that everything is working. Let's turn that off. Oh, I haven't turned this one off. Hi, Julie. Just bear with me a minute. There we go. Hi, Sally. Hiya. Just wanted to turn the volumes off so that I don't hear myself coming back at me, if you know what I mean. It's a bit of a nightmare otherwise. Okie dokie. Right. Let's just detach the screen. There we go. I can see a bit better what's going on. That's better. That's better. Hello, hello. Hi, everybody. How is everybody tonight? Feels a bit chilly here. I've got a very hot cup of tea because it's feeling really not very spring-like here. How is it for everybody else? How is everyone doing? Had a good day? Anybody done anything exciting lately? We'll hang on for a little bit while people are joining us, but I even had to put my cardigan on. I thought today that I might be able to have a, chilly with you, Sally, too, yeah. I thought I might be able to get away with sort of crop trousers and a t-shirt today, but it was not to be. It's too chilly, way too chilly. But I'm sure it'll pick up eventually. If you're just joining in, then stick a hi in the chat so I know who's here. It's always good to know who I'm chatting to. That'd be lovely. And hope everybody's okay. I've got loads to do tonight. Really excited. Although I always give 4 projects. In actual fact, one of the projects is a card kit of 5 cards. So make of that what you will. Hi Sheena. Hi. Lovely that you can join me. Actually in total there are 8 projects. So hi Dee. Hi Dee. Loads actually. Thanks to everyone who did my deliveries this month as well. Really grateful for you as ever for delivering all my kits and my things that people purchased and prizes and all the rest of it. Really makes my life an awful lot easier and much better on the postage too. And I can guarantee that it gets to people, which sometimes with the postage you can't at the moment, can you? So that's really good too. So thank you for that. Just have a little slurp of tea while we're waiting for people to join us. I'm sure that there will be a few more. And then we'll go through kind of the news and what we've got on this month. And what else? And then we're going to be using, you've probably seen from your kits, we're going to be using the Tea Boutique suite, which is kind of this month it's our first dip into the new annual catalogue. So I hope everybody's received their catalogues either in the post or in person. And you've been able to kind of sit down with a cup of tea and bar of chocolate or a biscuit or something and have a flick through and see what things you love. What are your favourites? What are people's favourite things? Anybody got any particular things that they love? My favourites are, not unsurprisingly, the teacups, because we're doing that today, because that was the first thing that I thought, oh, love that, gotta have that. And the little bird, songbird, I think it's called Sweetest Songbird, just because I just know I can make that into a robin. So, but actually lots of my Stampin' Up! Friends have made them into other beautiful coloured birds, and they are lovely. So I think we'll definitely be doing something with them. Yeah, hi Mum, Sally's saying the new colours. Yeah, the new colours. Julie loves the teacups. Yeah, I love the new colours. I really am a fan actually. And I know that Susie particularly loves greens, but I really love the new green. I just love the brightness of it. It's beautiful. So yeah, that really struck me as well as nice fresh colours. Stampin' Up tend to do 1 year where their in colours are quite muted and more sort of pastel shades, and then 1 year when they're really bright, and this year is obviously a bright year. Yeah, so my favourites are definitely the Party Parakeet, and I really love the dark starry sky as well. Actually, I know we've got Night of Navy already, but I do love that starry sky. It's gorgeous. Yeah, really love it. Fabulous. All right, well, we've got a few more people joined in. Hi, Amber. Hi. Oh, I'm glad you could join us. Does that mean that Chris is stuck at the station and you did make him walk on my advice, obviously? Or did you manage to get and pick him up in time? I hope he's not just sat at the station waiting, because that will be my fault then, won't it? Crafting, giving someone a lift. Crafting, giving someone a lift. It's a tricky one, but you know, I know which one I'd go for. Anyway. Okay, so welcome to everybody who's here. I'm really glad that you can join me tonight. Now he left early to get back from me. Oh, hi Chris. Brilliant, love it when partners join in, it's ace. Okay, so what have I got to tell you? Okay, the first thing I've got to tell you is it's a plea, actually. Whether you are watching this live or whether you're watching me on catch up, I have a favour to ask, and it's quite a big favour. I am really keen to kind of try and grow my Stampin' Up business as much as I can, get out to more people. I've had lots of new people join me since COVID and since we went online, and lots more people join me since I started my blog and started posting my videos and card classes and all those kinds of things, which is fantastic. I'm really pleased about that, really delighted. But I don't want to stop there. I'd like to grow it a bit more. So if you feel happy to, I would be really delighted if you would share the video. You can share it now so people can join us live, or you can share it afterwards, whatever you prefer. If you have got the video up on your screen, in the bottom right hand corner next to the comments box, you'll have a big kind of arrow pointing out of the screen. If you click on that arrow, that's your share button, and then it will bring up a separate box that asks you, do you want to share this on your Facebook page? And that's where it'll go. It will share onto your Facebook page. So if you're comfortable doing that, then that would make me very happy. So thank you very much. If you don't want to, that's absolutely fine. But if you'd like to share, then that would really help me. So that would be wonderful. Thank you. Okay, so that's my first plea. My second plea is I still have prizes from last month's card club that are unclaimed, and I'm only keeping hold of these until Tuesday. Tuesday is the end of the month, so my prizes are always available for 1 month. So I have, if you were not here last month, you haven't quite got round to doing the kit yet, or you just couldn't find your raffle ticket at the time or whatever, I've got 2 prizes remaining unclaimed. I've got number 470 that had the Art in Bloom stamp set and a pack of 6x6 papers. Because remember, it was double up month last month, so that's why there are lots of prizes. And I've also got number 476, which was a pack of slimline envelopes and a double up prize of a stack of papers as well. So I've still got those unclaimed. So if you haven't checked your raffle ticket from last month yet, from April, please do let me know if this raffle ticket is yours. If someone could give Kez a nudge, she's one of the people who quite often does loads in one go and then doesn't do any for a few months. So get her to look at her raffle tickets and see if she's 470 or 476, please. That would be wonderful. The slimline envelopes, incidentally, are going to be part of, 476, Marion. Wow, fantastic. Marion, that is wonderful. These prizes are yours. You have a stack of papers. I think there's 48 papers there. And you've got the slimline envelopes. And yeah, as I was saying, let me write your name on there before I forget. The slimline envelopes are going to be part of the bonus project next month in June. So watch this space, because I've got a very cool gift bag that you can make out of one envelope. Marian. Let's put that down. Right, brilliant. And you've got a good excuse because you were on a plane or a ferry or something last month. So, wow. Yes, it's a wow. It is a wow. Right, wonderful. I'm going to stick that one up there so I know not to give it away to anyone else. We've got some cracking prizes tonight as well. So make sure that you've got your raffle ticket handy. Stick it to the screen or your phone or whatever. Get it ready and don't lose it under your pile of crafting stuff. Okay, so that also brings me on to my second thing from last month. If you have yet to discover the delights of the bonus project, then I am going to try and do one of these if I possibly can every month now. So after Card Club, when we finish around 9 o'clock, there will be a bonus project that I've already preloaded into YouTube or onto my blog, and I will tell you where to go each time, which will use the same suite that we're using during Card Club. So if you've got leftovers, like last month, when we used the New Horizons suite, you had loads of leftover papers. So there will be extras that you can make with the remaining of your kit or with other things from your stash. Or if you loved the products that we used and you want to get them, then it gives you another project idea straight away, something you can make. So last month, the bonus project was that one there. It's called a variegated panel card and it's available on my YouTube channel. So there's a link in my bio on this Facebook page to the YouTube channel. There's a link in my emails that I send you to the YouTube channel, or you can just search for me on YouTube. It's Papercraft with Jenny, and you will find a video and the instructions, the cutting instructions for that card right there, the variegated panel card. And at this point, I will say that particular variegated panel card on my shelf was not made by me. The original samples were, but that one is something that Liz Stewart made and sent me in the post, which was really lovely. I love it when people send me cards that they've made out of my project ideas. So that was one that she made. And again, if you've got some more of those papers left over, you bought the papers because you really love them because they are really popular and beautiful, then we've also got this card here, is on the blog. So if you go onto my website, papercraftwithjenny.co.uk, then you will find the instructions and photographs of that card as well. And it's called a torn card. So it literally looks like the paper's been ripped off the front of the card, and it's revealing the beautiful New Horizons scene underneath. Did you say camel, Chris? Camel? No? Don't know. Love that card. Oh, thank you, Sally. Thank you. Yeah, so that one, variegated panel, is on the YouTube channel, and that one, the torn card, is on the blog. So do go and check those out. I've got another one for you tonight to go and look at as well, but I'll show you that at the very end because that's plenty enough, I think, to be keeping going with. Fabulous. Right, what else do I have to tell you in the news? Okay, so hopefully everybody's received their new annual catalogue now. Looks like this one. Hopefully you've all got one of those in the post or in person now. Do let me know what you think. Let me know what your favourite things are. What can you not wait to get your hands on? Panel, not camel, panel. There you go, variegated panel card. Yes, that's right. Yeah, and if you're ordering from me online, don't forget to use the host code. You get prompted to put the host code in when you're going through the payment process or when you're going through the like signing in customer process. But I create a new host code every month at the start of the month. If you use that host code, then I also send you an extra little free gift in the post. So it might be a reel of ribbon, it might be a strip of bling, it could be some paper, adhesives, all kinds of stuff. We've got loads of different things on offer. So yeah, if you use the host code, it's well worth your while because you will get freebies. And obviously you'll go in the end of the month draw as well. Okay, so what other news have we got? The joining offer that is currently running runs out on Tuesday. It's the last day to sign up as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator using the offer on Tuesday. Loads of reasons why you might want to sign up. Those of you that are on my newsletter, I'm sure you will have already seen because I put a great big spiel about it on Monday when I sent it out about why you might want to join. You don't have to run a business like I'm doing. You can, hi Audrey, you can, really good, glad you can join us. Yeah, you don't have to run a business like me to be a demonstrator. You can buy the products and then continue to get a discount if you want to. You get a discount with no minimum sales or anything like that for at least 3 months. Some people will, depending on when you join, get it up to 6 months. So yeah, so it's a great deal. It's a minimum of 20% off of your orders. And obviously you can order for you can order for friends, family, anybody you want to. But if you do want to start a business, then there's loads of advice and support for that too. And I would love you to join me. That would be wonderful. So anyway, that offer is available until the end of the month, which is Tuesday. At the moment, it's the same starting price, so £99. You choose what you want to buy, and instead of ordering £99 worth of stuff, you are able to order £130 worth of stuff. And then on top of that, we give you all the new in colours as well. So you get the new in colours, ink pads, papers, cardstock, some patterned grid papers, which are really pretty. So loads of goodies basically to get you started. I think the bundle extra that you get is worth £62.50. So it's a shed load of stuff for £99. So if you're thinking of placing a big order anyway, or some of you want to club together and get a big order, you might as well join, to be honest. It's cheaper. Anyway, okay. So that's that. We talked about bonus card. And the link to the bonus card from tonight will be in the email that comes out tomorrow that has the sign up details for next month's card club on it as well. So you'll be able to get it. You don't need to remember everything tonight because it'll all come to you in emails and stuff. Yeah, so that's it. So who's going to be crafting along tonight then? Let me get my camera sorted out and turned around, and then meanwhile, grab yourself a drink, get your kit, and you can tell me who is going to be crafting along. Right, let's start with some lights. That would be handy. Sally's crafting along. Cool. Right, let me just turn the camera around. There we go. And then let's try and get everything in shot. So these are the projects. Mum's going to be crafting along. Fab. That's brilliant. And Audrey is crafting along. Wonderful. Okay, let me just pull my camera down a little bit. Make sure that my grid paper is all in shot. And Julie's crafting along too. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Brilliant. Can I get it any more? That's probably about as close as I can get it. And Marion as well. Wonderful. Brilliant. Loads of crafters tonight then. That's what we want. Fantastic, fantastic. Okay. These are the projects that we're going to be making. You've got 2 cards that use strips of the patterned paper, but they're different way. They're presented a different way round on the card. So same technique, just different way, turning the card a different way. Then you've got a set of 5 cards and envelopes using the beautiful new Tea Boutique Memories and More cards and envelopes. And you've got loads of different teacups in your kit. So you can choose which teacup, which pattern to put on which card. So this is the one that you're going to need something to poke out of your teacup. So I've got the flowers from the suite, and I'll show you those in a moment on the stamps, but you might have, oh, Dee's crafting along too, brilliant. So you might have other little creatures that are hanging over the edge, or you might have different flowers or whatever, if you don't have Tea Boutique itself. And then our final card is going to be a little zigzag. So this one, it's half a strip of A4, as you can see, and it stands up on its own with that cute little zigzag going on as well. And you can decorate it however you choose, choosing different papers from your stack of papers that you've got. Okay, so let's get the projects out of the way first, and then I will show you whereabouts in your new catalogue you need to be looking. So it's this catalogue, the new annual catalogue that you've just been given, and Tea Boutique Suite is on pages 12 and 13 in the new catalogue. So you've got, these are the patterned papers at the top. They're 6x6 pieces, double-sided. So, and you've got a real range and variety from kind of plain patterns, that sounds mad, but things like checks and stripes, gingham and spots, those kind of things. But you've also got flowers and leaves and foliage, and then loads of little teacups, teapots, all shapes and sizes of teapots and mugs. And you've also got some lemons as well, some lemon and chamomile, as I was told the other day at our coffee club. So I'll show you the card we made at coffee club as well. These are the ones that we made at coffee club, using the lemon and chamomile, just so you can see an alternative as well. And I've got a couple more cards to show you at the end tonight as well, of other ideas for using this Tea Boutique Suite. So the bits that I'm going to be using specifically tonight are the cards and envelopes here, as you can see. They come in a pack of 20, so you get one of each design. There's 5 different designs, and you get four of each design, 4 kind of complete kits, so that makes 20, if that makes sense. So 5 designs, 4 of each is 20 cards. Then you've got the lovely stamp set with the teacups and the little flowers and leaves and the lemon slice, the little tea bag tags, as well as lots of different sentiments. And then I don't know if you can just see at the bottom there, you've also got all the dies, which is what I've used to cut out lots of your bits that you've got in your kit tonight. So so that is the complete suite. So let's stick the sticker back on there. So that's what we're going to be doing tonight. And you should have a kit with lots of bits and pieces in. And I think we will start with let's start with the cards and envelopes, shall we? So we're going to make up one of these cards and envelopes. Let's bring in a sample as well. So we're gonna make up one of these, and then because they're all made up in the same way, I will leave you to make the remaining 4 up yourself after tonight, okay? So you will need your cards and envelopes. You'll need to choose a card that you're going to make up. You'll need your little teacups. And you will also have a stack of 5 pieces of white card that are the same size, okay? So you'll need one of those pieces of white card. I'm going to be giving measurements as we go along tonight as well. So the measurement for the piece of card that you're finding, one of the 5 is 4.5 inches by 3.25 inches, or nearly 11.5 centimetres by about 8.25 centimetres. So you need one of those from your kit. Give that a minute. And you need to choose one of your cards and envelopes for making up this one. I'm going to go with that one, Starry Sky, as it's on the top. And then the matching card to go with your envelope, and then the rest you can do at your leisure at another time. You're going to need to choose one of your teacups. So let's have a look. I've got a few different ones here. Some of them are the patterned ones, and some of them are spots and dots and things. Some of them are card. There's a real variety, and everybody's got different teacups, I'll say as well. So I'm going to have that one, I think. Put the rest of my teacups away. And then you're also going to need something to be coming out of the top of your teacup. Okay. So I am going to use the stamps from this suite, which is the cup of tea stamp set, and I'm going to use the leaves and the flowers that come out of the top. Now these are really clever because the leaves are all one stamp and the flowers are also all one stamp as well. So that makes it really easy actually to stamp with. So let's get those two stamps and a block. And I'm going to use the Parakeet Party for my leaves. And let me just find that. And for my flowers, I'm going to use Starry Sky to match my card and envelope and everything. Let's start by putting the leaves on. Let's get those flowers out of the way for a minute. Okay, so that's what we're aiming for. Your envelope just needs the envelope flap folding down on it, and you can crease it with a bone folder if you're really particular about these things, but if not, then just fold it over and crease it. And then we're going to work on the piece of white card away from the card, and then we'll stick it all on once we've finished the whole card. So let's move that one out of the way for the time being. So let's fold over your card base, just line it up, and where's my bone folder? Give that a good crease. Put that to one side. Now the trick with this is to work out where you want your teacup to be first, and roughly what size sentiment you're going to have as well. So you need to know where you want your sentiment to be and what sort of size you want it to be. So I am going to make this one into a Take Care of Yourself card, I think. So I'm just going to line up the sentiment as well to make sure that there's space on the card for it. It's going to be, I'm going to have space to put it on, and that my leaves are still going to be able to fit. Yeah, plenty of space, brilliant. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I am just going to mark, let's get rid of the sentiment a minute. I'm just going to slide the teacup down a tiny little bit, and I'm just going to put a mark at the top of the rim of the teacup, and that's where I know that my leaves need to cover. They need to cover that little mark, and then when I stick my teacup on, I will also cover the mark, and my leaves will then look like they're coming out of the top of the teacup. That's the idea. So using my green Parakeet Party, which is one of the new in colours. Everything you've got tonight is all new in colours as well, so that you can see and play with them. And I'm just going to stick, let's see, where am I? Roughly there, I think. Yep, that's perfect. Lovely. Just give that one a bit of a clean a minute. I'll do a bit of spritz on my cleaning pad there. That's better. Let's get rid of that one a minute. And then I'm going to add the flowers on. Now the flowers on this set kind of are quite random, really. You can make them sit on the top of the leaves if you want to, like that. but you don't have to. They are designed to be really pretty random for you to do whatever you want with, really. But we'll try and stick them on the top if we can, for the purposes of this card. Plenty of ink. I'm just going to line them up roughly over the top there, I think, right there, right there. There we go. That's fine. Happy with that. I'll be keen to see what you've got coming out the top of your teacups as well, what you're going to have poking out the top. So if you've got animals particularly, I want to see what animals you've got coming out the top. And then once you've done that, the next thing to do is to either line up your teacup. You don't have to stick it down at this stage, but make sure you can see where you need to put your sentiment. Now, the reason I'm not sticking it on yet is because I'm going to put my teacup on using 3D dimensional pads so that the teacup lifts up a little bit from the page and gives the card dimension. And so I'm not going to stick it down just yet, because then when I go to stamp, get the stamp the right way up, but when I go to stamp then the teacup will be in the way and I'll get that kind of bounce back effect. So I'm just going to place it where I want it to be first. I'm not going to actually stick it down to the card yet. And then I'm going to line up my sentiment right there. There we go. And then I'm going to stick my teacup on to my card front. So let's get the ink out of the way so I don't get inky fingers all over it. So as I said, I'm going to put some 3D pads on the back of my teacup. Oh, could have had pretty flowers on my teacup, couldn't I, if I had it that way around? No, like the stripes, we're going to stick with the stripes, I think, for this one. Because it's patterned paper as well, you don't need too many pads to be able to kind of lift it up. And so I'm just literally covering up that that little line that I made. So you can see my line is now below the rim of the teacup, so you don't see it. And then I just need to stick that to my card front. So I've stuck mine down flat onto the card front, but you can raise it on 3D pads if you want to. Completely up to you. So I'm just sticking mine using Stampin' Seal, so it's super quick. Just make sure I've got the card opening at the right side. Yep. And get my picture up the right way. And then that is going right in the centre. So I've got the same kind of amount of border around the outsides. You just need to line it up and make sure you've got the right border there. And that is my first card and envelope all done of that set. So all you need to do then is repeat that with the other 4 different colours that you've got in your pack of 5 cards and envelopes. And hopefully you can see how super quick it is to use the Memories and More cards and envelopes as well. Because they're already patterned backgrounds for you, it means you don't have to faff about with cutting pattern papers and everything to give you that kind of burst of colour in the background or pattern. It's already done for you, and they're really quite sturdy cards as well. They're similar to our thick basic white cardstock, so they're quite robust as well. Obviously, if you wanted to add a bit more detail, you can add some bling or something to it as well, or a bit of ribbon down the hinge if you want to. But I'm going to leave mine just like that, I think. So okay, so that is card number 1. So you'd need to then replicate that for all your other card designs. Now I'm going to share these with you that I did as my samples for this, because you'll be able to see that. My samples have got stamped images on the teacups. And that is because the stamp set, oh, I've got my stamp still stuck on here, but the stamp set comes with 2 complete teacups, which you can stamp directly on, but the dies also cut them out. So you can then stamp onto white card to create the colour, or you can stamp tone on tone as well, as I've done with these other 3. So you still can see the pattern, even though it's the same ink colour on top of the same plain card. So quite handy really, it's quite versatile. Okay, let's get rid of those stamps. So what have people got coming out of their teacups? If you've got something coming out of your teacup, please share what it is that you've got, while I get some raffle prizes out and some raffle tickets out. Okay, move those ones out of the way. So what have people got coming out of the top of their teacup? Flowers, fruit, vegetables, animals. Can't think of anything else. What else might you have coming out the top of it? Crafting goodies, pair of scissors, paintbrush. Don't know. Could be anything, couldn't it, really? Okay, let's go for a raffle prize while you're thinking about it. Daffodils. Oh, lovely. That's a good idea. I like that. Daffodils. Yeah, Audrey's got flowers. Sally's got daffodils. That's a really cool idea. I really like that. Hadn't thought about using my daffodil stamp set. I might have to do that. Okay, our first prize is number 494. So who has got raffle ticket 494? If that's yours, own up. And then I can share with you what prizes we have. Please. I have 3 different types of patterned papers for you to choose from, and I've also got some bling and some adhesive. So if you're 494, please shout now. I'll give you a minute. Let's have a slurp of tea while you're thinking about it. And then the next card that we're going to do will be this one. If you're looking to get bits and pieces out ready for your next card, then this is the one that we're going to do next. Oh, seems like maybe 494 is not with us tonight. If you're not crafting tonight, you're just watching, that's absolutely fine. You can still claim your raffle prize if you know it's your ticket. Have a rummage through your bag and see if your kit and see if it's yours. Nope. Okay then, right, well I won't show the prizes yet then. I'll stick that one on my camera stand. If anybody has 494 later on, if you find it later, let me know. Okay. We'll save the prizes till later. Okay, right then, let's get rid of that. So the next one is going to be this one. And again, it's one of the new in colour pieces of card. So it is... what colour is this one? I can't remember the colour now. Let's have a look. What's this one called? It's Orchid Oasis is the colour of this card. So this is one of the other blues. There are quite a few blues, it has to be said, in this suite. Let's get the right bit. So you need a piece of Orchid Oasis card, and you need a piece of Parakeet Party, a strip of Parakeet Party, and then you should have some kind of lilac and blue teapots. And then finally you should have some punched flowers as well, if you can find them. Now I might have to tip everything out to find my punched flowers. I have to find my punched flowers in a moment. You can see they're in there somewhere, but... Oh, it's you, Mum! Fantastic! Brilliant! Oh, good, good, good. Right, okay. So I've got 3 different kinds of patterned papers. I've got the Tea Boutique, a complete pack of Tea Boutique papers. So what we're using tonight, they're 6x6 papers, and there's 48 papers in the stack. Or there is a pack of Sweet Symmetry Designer Series patterned papers, which actually is from the last catalogue. It's loads of different colours and patterns. There's they're kind of, I don't even know what you call this style, but it's almost a bit Nordic kind of style, I suppose you'd call it, really, but flowers and leaves and what's that? That's 12 by 12 sheets. You get 12 sheets of 12 by 12, or there is a pack of the, I can't remember what this is called, but we have used it, Natural Touch. So this is the kind of wood grain effect paper that we used, and you get 2 big sheets. So you can have any one of those, or a pack of rhinestones, or a pack of 3D large dimensionals. So you tell me what you fancy out of that lot, and I will stick your raffle ticket number on there. Let me write your name on it. So I know. Oh, that's good. You haven't won for ages, Mum. That's good. Mum. Brilliant. Yeah, so just let me know what you want out of that lot, and I'll stick your ticket on there. Okay, cool. Right. So meantime, back to the plan. So first thing you need to do is fold and crease your Orchid Oasis card base. And we're going to be having this card so that it matches the paper that I've already cut, with the hinge on the left hand side. Can you have the teacup paper? Absolutely you can. Tea Boutique. Tea Boutique is yours. I'll bring it next week when I see you. There we go. Tea Boutique. Cool, I'm giving away loads of prizes tonight. This is great. I'm loving it. Yeah, so your hinge is on the left hand side of your card, and you just simply need to stick your patterned paper to your layer underneath. There might be a slight tiny overhang at the bottom. That is okay. Do not cut it off yet. Okay, so just want to stick your patterned paper down the middle of your Parakeet Party card layer. I'll have to turn this round so I can see it properly, otherwise I won't line it up properly. So I always line up the straight edge at the top. I know different people do it differently, but to make sure that I've got it right in the centre, the strip is right in the centre. And then I kind of nudge it down as I'm going. There we go. And then when I know I've got it in the right place, stick it down. And then we're going to stick so before we've cut, don't trim anything off yet. I'm going to stick the whole strip to the front of the card as well. I've left a little border down the left hand side, and these are really simple cards, deliberately so, because the patterned paper is just so cute. I just wanted that to be kind of the star of the show, really. So we have got the One Fancy Technique card at the end, but these are deliberately nice and simple. Okay, so once you've stuck those 2 layers on, you'll see that you've got an overhang at the bottom of the card of both the layers, hence why I said don't cut it before. So I always turn mine over and then chop that off with scissors. I have used the trimmer to do this before, and it always ends up in disaster because I always end up cutting the actual card as well. So that is why I am not doing that. I am just going to use my Stampin' Up snips because they're really sharp, and that makes all the difference. So there we go, that's that one. And now you just need to find your little flowers to stick on, and then I'll show you a little trick with your flowers as well, if I can find my own flowers, of course. I'm going to be stuck if I can't find my flowers, but they must be in here somewhere. This is where really I need to empty everything out to be able to find them, I think. Aha! I have found them. Now, your flowers may be green, or your flowers may be Orchid Oasis colour, or your flowers may be red. They could be all kinds of colours. So you just need to work out which ones you want for this particular card. So that is going to be my next card. So I'm going to save those red ones for the next one. I'm going to use these green ones. I don't know why I've got a measurement in there as well. I seem to have one not enough flowers as well. So that'll be stuck in between layers of card in there somewhere. Okay, so little trick for your flowers, just to make them a bit more structural, because so far everything we've stuck to the front of the card is all completely flat. So stick it in the palm of your hand and just give it a little rub around, and you'll find that the leaves pop up on the petals, sorry, pop up on the edge of these flowers. And just give that card a little bit of structure and dimension. There we go. And then I'm just going to stick them down the card front along the edge of the teapots, just like I have done on this original one. And I'm going to go for the middle flower first. And in fact, I'm not even going to stick the glue on the flower, I'm going to stick the glue on the card. So it's sort of in between these two middle teapots. So a blob of glue there, and then I'm going to place the flower on top, just to make sure I don't get all sticky. And then the same with the next one and the one below. So I'm just putting the glue out first so that I can make sure that my flowers are evenly spaced. So it's much easier to tell with a blob of glue if you've got them in the right place, rather than the actual flower itself. There we go. And then on this card, I've just added some bling that I had in the cupboard. So literally just some, for mine, I added these pastel pearls, but you can add anything you've got in your stash. Everybody's got some sequins or something they can stick in the middle. So I'm going to stick some more of those little purple ones in the middle. If I can actually even get them off my finger. Right, where's the tool? Need the tool for this. Let's try this one. So this tool is, there we go, that's better. This is the, can't remember what it's called now, picky tool, something like that. I can't remember, it's got a technical name. Let's have a look, let's see what it's called. Can anybody remember what it's called? It's called the something pick, take a pick tool, something like that maybe. Take a pick tool, that sounds about right, doesn't it? Let's have a look. Number 9. Take your pick. There we go. It's called the Take Your Pick tool, and it's got putty on the end. In fact, that needs to be pulled out a little bit, but it's a little bit of putty. So it's really easy then once you've loosened, once you've got, if you've got like a piece of bling, you know, a diamond or a pearl, or oh, something stuck to my finger there, or you've got sequins or something like that, buttons, anything like that that you want to stick on your project, the putty sticks to it. So then it's on the end of your take a pick tool, and then you can put it exactly where you want to in the center, but it's not glue, so it doesn't adhere to it. You just can use it to dab it where you want to go. The other end is a little scrapey kind of tool, a bit like a palette knife, a very mini palette knife, which is great if you've got bits of bling stuck on a sheet and you want to scrape them off. You can also, there we go. You can also use that end as well. So some bits of, you know, diamonds and pearls and bits and pieces, I use the one end for, and some I use the putty end, and some like this you can use either end. So yeah, that's really cool, that one. And you can get refills for the putty and stuff like that as well. So there we go. The only other thing was to put sentiment in the corner. So let's have a look at our sentiments again. Let's have a thank you on this one, I think. And then we're going to do almost exactly the same again on the next card. This has got a lovely curly thank you. And I'm using the Orchid Oasis. So this is tone on tone. I'm not using any darker a colour. So I'm going to flatten the card out so that you don't get bounce back. You do not want bounce back. Ooh, I've got a bit of a mess on the end of there though. So maybe we just get that off so that doesn't end up on my card. There we go. That's better. There we go. So that is Orchid Oasis. Oh, I have a question for you as well, for all of you. Last year when the new colours came out, we did a kind of a product share. So instead of having to buy full packs of everything, we had smaller packs of things. So a few papers, a few pieces of cardstock, some of the ribbons and things like that. If people are interested in doing that again this year, then please let me know, because I am more than happy to do a product share again. Yeah, just if you're interested, then do let me know, and I will go about setting one up and working out what we can kind of include in the product share so that you can get some of the card and the papers and the patterned papers, and maybe some of there's some matching pearls. Let me just find those a minute and show you. Enamel dots, I think they're called. Yeah, there we go. Decorative dots, they're called. So there's decorative dots in different shades of each of the colours. There are some, the red ones, Sweet Sorbet, are up there underneath the pack. But so maybe we can sort out. Oh, Marion's saying yes. Audrey says yes. Okay. Well, that'd be a yes then, by the sounds of it. And also, I don't know if you've seen the ribbon that goes with the in colours is this beautiful sparkly ribbon. It's gonna be great for Christmas, this stuff. Which also you may or may not have worked out, because you might have had, and Sally too, might have had a bit of this in your catalogue pack, but it also frays really nicely, and you can pull it apart like so you get that sort of like fishing net kind of look to it. So you can make it and you just pull it back together again, and it will go back small again. So we can get some of this, the woven sparkly ribbon, metallic woven ribbon, I think it's called, and we'll get some of that and put in the packs as well. So, okay, I'll work out a kit and then I'll let you know what you think. Okie dokie. I would also say as well, on that subject of the ink colours, if you've not had a refresh of your ink pad colours and card, or your colours generally in your crafting kit for a little while, I personally think this is one of the best in colours, packs of colours we've had in ages. So I would say if you're not sure whether to get the actual colours or not, the ink pads and the card, get it, because they're beautiful. Okay, right, so that's card number 2. Let's get that one out of the way. Everybody keeping up with me? Let's have some thumbs up if everybody's still with me. Oh, it's very quiet out there in Craftland. How is everybody doing? Oh, yeah. Some thumbs up. Okay. Well, while you're catching up, thinking about it, whatever, this is the next one we're going to make, but we'll have a short intermission while I do another raffle prize first. Okay, so plenty of time for people to catch up if you need to. So let's have another raffle prize. Dee's doing okay. Fab. Right then. Okay, let's have a look. So we've got this time number 487. Who is 487? And if it's you, what prize would you like? Do let me know. What prize do you fancy? Number 487. If your card making is going according to plan and you're all okay, then the next thing you will need will be, get rid of that measurement, will be your red strip your teapots and coffee pots, some red flowers. Hope everybody's got red flowers. I think everyone's got red flowers. And your piece of white card base, which is a thick white as opposed to a thin white. I seem to have lost a flower, so I'm just going to have a little rummage in my bag a minute and see if I can find my lost flower. This is going to be like, do you remember the birds? We did something with birds recently, didn't we? And the bluebirds, and I couldn't find my bluebirds. And then as I was literally packing everything away at the end, I found my bluebirds. They were on the floor. So I may have a little look on the floor in a minute and just make sure that my flowers are not on the floor. If you think you're missing flowers, the chances are that they're stuck to something else in your kit. So do have a good rummage around before you declare them completely missing and lost. Because chances are that is where they are. Typically I cannot find my flower, and I bet I'm sitting on it or something, I expect. No, can't see that other one. It's got to be around here somewhere. Anyway, I'm not going to worry too much about it. Audrey's got no red. Do you have any other colour flowers instead, Audrey? Because everybody had two colours of flowers. So if you don't have any red ones, you might have blue or something instead. I'm not sure. I can't remember what other colours. It's such a long time ago that I made these kits up now. And we're still looking for 487. If anyone's 487, please let me know. I'm missing one red flower, definitely. I don't know where that one's gone, but it's around here somewhere. I'll find it afterwards. Ah, dark and pale blue. There you go, see? So you've got the pale blue will probably be the Orchid Oasis. So that's to go on the card that we've just made. And then the dark blue matches with the dark blue teapots to go on this one, I imagine. So I knew you would have two kinds, but two colours, but I wasn't sure who had what colour. So this one is made up in exactly the same way. Yeah, Mum's got blue as well. Thought some people would have different colours. So this one's made up in exactly the same way as the one that we've just made, except for it's a tent fold. So it's you have your crease, your hinge is at the top of the card instead. So same way, fold it over and crease it. And this time, instead of the hinge being on the left hand side, your hinge is on the top. That's the only difference. And then you're going to obviously place your patterned layered paper strip is going to go along the front of the card, not down the side. Ooh, very sticky glue this. But I'm going to do it in exactly the same way. I'm going to line the edge of the patterned paper up with the end of my card layer. And I know that the chances are this is going to overlap, but that's all right, because I will cut it off afterwards. Yep. Let's just get plenty of tape on there. I'm going to lie it down flat so I don't get any bounce back. And this time the sentiment goes in at the top on this particular one. So I'm just sticking it down with just a small kind of margin along the bottom, and then I'm going to trim the edge off exactly the same as I did with the first one. There we go. Get rid of those bits into the bin. And then, if I can ever find my other third flower, I will have 3 flowers. But for the time being, because I can't find the other one for the time being, I will have 2 flowers. And when I have found my third one, I will stick that one on. So again, I'm going to put the flower in the palm of my hand and just give it a little rub round to make it stand up a little bit. Yep. Just give it a little rub round. Make it stand up. And where's my glue? There we go. So it would go in the middle there. So I'm going to do one each in between these two end teapots, so that I have got my flowers nice and evenly spread. The other thing to think about, if you're a real fanatic for lining things up and getting everything really uniform, then the other thing to think about is where the points of your flowers line up as well. Because if you're just putting them on without too much worry as to which way up they are, then that's absolutely fine. And if you don't mind that random kind of effect, then that's great. But if you're a real fanatic, if you really don't like things to not look uniform, which some of us don't, then you need to just make sure that before you stick it down that you've got the same number of points below the line and the same number of points above the line, pointing in the same direction as well, obviously. Okay, and then I'm just going to add a sentiment. Keep knocking one of my lamps over here because it's being held up by my ink pads. Very helpful, really. Right, there we go. So this one is, the red one is Sweet Sorbet of the new In Colours. So I want a stamp to go with my Sweet Sorbet. I had Take Care of Yourself over there. So let's have Let's Get Together Soon this time, I think. On this one. And again, I've opened the card right out so that there's no chance of any bounce back. What happens when you get bounce back is often you get a double image. So your card will kind of hop back up if you're stamping it folded over, or it's not firmly down to begin with. So you will get, there's a little gap in there, you see. And so unless you're absolutely holding it flat down, in which case your fingers then get in the way of stamping, you will often get that kind of double image coming out, or a bit of a smudge, which obviously is not ideal and not what you want at all. So to make it look nice and professional, the best thing to do is always to open your card out so that you have got a nice flat surface to stamp on. So there's no chance of any bounce back. Okay, let's get those. What did I do with those? Should I put them down here somewhere? Just looking for the, there they are. I'm going to use these, the matte decorative dots on mine, on my two flowers that I've got, which I'm sure I will find a third one pretty soon because it's got to be around here somewhere. Yeah, so as I was saying before, these are the dots that come with the In Colours, and as you can see, they're actually graduated in colour as well. So they go from quite dark, and I guess the truest of the colour ranges, down to quite a pale version of the colours. It's not showing up all that well on the camera, but take my word for it. It's I don't know if you can see it on the red ones even, maybe, but you've got quite a dark colour over this side, and then they kind of gradually go paler as they go away from my thumb here. And you also get a variation in size as well. So you've got 3 large ones and 3 small ones as well. Okay, so this time I'm going to use the palette knife kind of end. And as I've got 2, let's use these 2 on the end here. Let me stick that in there where I want it to go. Let's get it in the middle. There we go. Nudge that one up a bit, I think. There we go, that's better. And that is your third card. Third? Yeah, third card made. There we go. Okay, so I'm taking it that no one's got 4, 8, 7. So I'm going to stick that one to my camera stand. If you find 487 later on, let me know. If you have 487 and you're on the replay and it is before the 30th of June, then please, please, please let me know. And you can still have your raffle prize. Okay. So there we go. So that's, yeah, card number 3. Put those to one side. And then our last one is going to be the zigzag card. And we do definitely have different colours of this one. And there is a reason for that, because I ran out of the right size card as I was making them. But I'll show you, I've got a different colour to this one as well. So, and actually, I needed to mix up the colours a bit as well, because I wanted to give people a variety of papers as well, so that you could choose what pattern papers, and not all of the papers went with the red card. So I'm just going to have a slurp of my tea and find the raffle box. This is an easy card to make, although it is a lovely 3D. So while you're just finishing off that last one, let's have another raffle ticket. Okie dokie. So the last raffle ticket for tonight is number 483. Anybody got 483? If you have 483, shout now and tell me what you would like out of the raffle prizes that I showed you earlier on. That would be terrific, please. 483. Ooh, Sheena, it's you. Wonderful. Okay, what would you like then? So we've got the Sweet Symmetry 12 by 12 papers. We've got the Natural Touch Speciality paper, which is, it's like lino, frankly. It's like wood print lino. It's lovely, beautiful. I love just touching that paper, actually. A pack of 3D dimensionals or a pack of rhinestones. What would you like? Let me know while I write your name on the back of the ticket. Nope, that's the wrong one. This one's yours. Here's my pen. Sheena. Okie dokie. Put those out of the way. So, what would you like, Sheena? I'm running out of washi tape as well. I need to get some more, I think. The patterned paper, fabulous, no problem. The Sweet Symmetry paper is yours. Thank you very much. That's another one on my prize giveaway up there. That's fabulous. I do love it when people are here when the prizes are given out. I feel so much better. Fab, wonderful. Okay then. Right, so how are we doing? Give me some thumbs up if you're ready to start the zigzag card. And I will tell you, I think I'll tell you a bit at a time what you're going to need, because there are lots of components to this. So we'll do one bit at a time. Okie dokie. Oh, that's good. Got some thumbs up. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Right, okay. So the first thing you're going to need is the piece of card that looks like this. So it's half a piece of A4 and it's got 2 score lines on it. And it could be any colour, frankly, in your pack, because everybody's got different colours, I think. Well, probably at least red or green. Maybe there's some others, I'm not sure. But you need that piece of card, okay? And what you are going to do is you are going to fold it over in the middle to create a normal kind of size and shape card. So fold it over and crease it with your bone folder. And then turn it so that you've got the hinge on the left-hand side and the score line in the middle of the front, okay? So hinge on the left, score line in the middle front, and then you're going to fold that score line back on itself to create your zigzag. And you're going to bone folder crease that one as well. So you've then got a card that looks like this. So you've got the loose end on the same side as the hinge. Okay. Once you've done that, you are then going to get out the other piece of matching card that you've got left in your pack. That is a thin strip, but also has 2 creases on it. And this one you're going to fold again in the same way. So fold it over in the middle and crease it. And then fold the second crease back on itself. Okay, so you've got a second Z. So you should then have 2 Zs that look like that. And if you're looking at them from the side, you can see you've got 2 Z shapes. That's why this is called a double Z fold. So that's what your 2 bits of card should look like. I'm going to move that one out of the way just for the time being. Okay. Now, we're not going to stick anything yet. Do not glue anything at all. But eventually, your strip will stick along the front like that. Okay. Eventually, at the bottom. But we're not going to stick anything just yet. Okay. So, let's work on the main card first. So, put your strip out of the way. Just get it out of the way. Just put it at the top of your work surface or something. And you need to then go to your patterned papers. And you are going to need to decide which of your patterned papers, because you've got full-size sheets, so you're going to need to decide which of your patterned papers you want to put on your card. And you want 1 full piece for inside on the back here. This bit is going to be white, and then you want another full piece on this front here as well. So you just need to, don't forget your patterned papers are double-sided, so you can have a look around and see which way round you want them. I think I'm going to have teacups on the inside, I think, and flowers on the front. So just have a look for a minute and work out what, and your third piece of pattern paper is going to be along the zigzag on the front, along that extra little strip. So, and I'm just clearing the space here because I'm going to write down the measurements as we go. So for the patterned paper piece that is on the big inside back piece of your card, the size, so I'm going to put it here, back piece. So this is main card. And your back piece is going to be, I will try and work it out in inches in a minute, but I know it in centimetres, I'm afraid. So it's going to be 14.3. That's right. Hang on, let me just check on my ruler. Yeah, 14.3 centimetres by 9.9 centimetres. So in inches, that is roughly 5.5 inches by 3 3/4 inches. Okay, so that's the piece you need to cut first, and I haven't got my trimmer down, so let me just grab my trimmer a minute. Now make sure that when you're cutting your piece, if like me you've chosen a piece which it matters which way up it is, then make sure that you're cutting it the right way up as well. I know that sounds like I'm talking to children, but honestly I've done this so many times before myself and got it completely wrong. So just make sure that your pattern is the right way up, okay, because your card is landscape, not portrait. Okay, so it's 9.9 this way round and 14.3 this way round. There we go. And then those two bits are spares, so you can do something else with those bits. And then once you've cut that piece out, you need to stick it to the back of your card if you can find your Stampin' seal or whatever tape and glue you're using. There we go. There we go. So you're sticking that directly to the back of the back inside of your card, okay? With that tiny border around the outside, as I always do on my cards, just for neatness. There we go. So that's the back inside piece. And then we'll do the front piece on the main card. And the front piece on the main card is, so let's go, front piece is 7 centimeters by 9.9. Which is by 3 3/4 inches. In inches is, hang on, is 2 3/4. So that is the size of the piece that you need to cut. And again, just make sure it's the right way up if you've chosen a piece that it matters which way up it goes. So let's just put that one up there. Bring in my trimmer again. And I'm having flowers on mine. So 3 3/4, no, 9.9. I'm doing mine in centimetres. Whichever it is you're doing, stick to the same all the way through, otherwise it gets really complicated. I like that bit because it's nice and busy. By 7. Whether you're doing inches or centimetres, try and stick to the same style of measurement all the way through, otherwise you'll get confused. It's not, it's 5.5. Sorry. Right, so it's, let me measure my piece here. So it is, no, mine is 3 actually it's 3 7/8, I would say, to be really exact, by 2 3/4. So 3 and maybe 3 7/8 rather than 3 3/4. I don't know why yours is 5.5, Mum. I'm not quite sure why that is. Anyway, that bit can also be stuck flat down to your card front. So this is on the top of the zigzag. You're sticking this piece, the very top of the zigzag, with a bit of a border around the outside again. And then the other piece that you need to find for this main bit of card is the same size piece. Let me see if I can find it. That'd be jolly handy, wouldn't it? Actually, it might be a little bit too big by the look of it, because that is the right size piece, definitely. So I think it's probably just a little bit too big. And so you'll just need to trim that one down to the same size, and that goes on the inside because that's where you're writing. That's where your message is going to go. So I'm just going to trim that one down to the same size. By 9.9. There we go. Got a skag on there now. That's a bit annoying, isn't it? Let's just trim that a little bit off. I started cutting it in the middle. There we go. That's fine. Okay, and stick that on the inside then. Does that mean that Yours is not folded right somehow, Mum, or has it sorted itself out now? So when you open up your the back of your card, the main base of your card, you should have pattern, plain, pattern, just like this. Okay, and then when you fold it up, the patterns go next to each other and the plain is on the inside. Okay, you are then going to do the same on the strip, only each of the pieces on your strip you're going to cover with patterned paper, each of the bits. So you can put this back piece out of the way, get your remaining bit of patterned paper, and you're going to need different size pieces for the patterned paper for your strip. So let's measure the strip and then I'll know what size to tell you to cut it. So you need a piece that is, let's write it down for the strip, 4 centimetres by 14.3 centimetres, which, oh, you cut it 5.5 by mistake, sorry, I'm with you. And that is 1.5 inches by, whatever I said before, 5.5 inches, isn't it? Yep, 5.5. So that's the first piece. And then the second piece you need, it's still 4 centimetres, the same. So you need one bit like that and then 2 pieces like this. So it is by 7 centimetres, which is 1.5 inches by, where did I do my 7 centimetres there? 2 3/4 inches. 3/4 inches. And you'll need 2 pieces that are that size, okay, for each of these. Okay, so let's start by cutting a strip 4 centimetres. I'm going to get my finished card out of the way for a minute, so I don't want to stick the trimmer on top of it entirely. So 4 centimetres and another 4 centimetres. That's probably the right amount, and I need a piece that is 14.3. Yep, 14.3, there we go. Just a little bit off the end. So that's my main piece. And then 2 bits that are 7 centimetres. 1, 2, there we go. And then those get stuck on the strip, like that and like that. Okay, so all on the same side, all facing upwards. Come on, glue. There we go. Okay. So just stick them to the strip. Again with a little bit of a border. And then that is all your pieces of the card base all done. And if, like me, you've got a pattern, make sure they're all up the same way. I know that sounds bonkers. As I'm saying it, I'm thinking that sounds bonkers, but trust me, I've done it. I have done it where it all seemed like a jolly good idea and everything was going swimmingly, and then I looked at it and realised that one set of my teapots or something was up the wrong way. So there we go. So that's your strip. Once you've got your strip, you now need to stick your strip to your card, your main card frame. Okay, now there is a clever way to do this because you want it to fold flat like that. And if you just stick them down anywhere, you will find it won't then fold flat. Okay, so the tip I have for you is to stick glue adhesive on the back of the long strip first, remembering to only go halfway because otherwise you'll end up with glue all across the front of your card. So do that bit first, and I am actually going to use tape to make sure it's really strong because this is obviously your kind of 3D structure. So I'm just measuring where the tape needs to come to. Don't want it to go beyond the edge of the card, so just halfway along. I like a neat edge to my tape, so I know you can tear this tape, but I like a neat edge to it. So you want something nice and robust on these bits that you're sticking the two pieces of card together so that it doesn't come apart. Hence why I'm using the 3D tape. The stronger, more robust tape. So let's peel the backings off of those. Let's bring my bin in. Come on, there we go. Okay, so then with your pattern up the right way, you need to line it up with the bottom of the card, the base of the card, and this edge, so that it's stuck nice and firmly. Okay. And then you need to stick glue or adhesive on the very bottom, the back of the very bottom strip. And you can stick it all over because the whole of that strip is going to go on the card. So you can be pretty generous with that. If you're using wet glue, just be really careful that you don't get too close to the edges and it squidges out the edges. Wet glue is a good plan because it's really strong and robust, but just be very careful that you don't get it too close to the edges, because if it squidges out, then your entire card will be glued together in seconds. Okay. Okay. Right, I'm just going to hang on there a moment while people catch up before I move on to the next bit, because you want your card then, as I said, you want this piece to be stuck on firmly, and it does need to go kind of in this bottom corner, but you want it to go so that it is going to lie flat. So there is a trick and a way to do that. So I'll just hang on a minute while people are kind of catching up. Have a quick gulp of my tea and give people a chance to kind of get to where I am. Let's move the card out of the way so you can see the measurements as well. Let's put some bits away here. If you're already at this point and you're desperate to do the next step, then you need to look for you will have in your pile of teacups a plain teacup and a teacup that is the same colour but that's got the pattern cut out. So if you're looking for something else to do, then you can start popping these, you can look for that and pop these little bits out if you want to. When you're at the point where you're ready to stick this final piece down, give me some thumbs up so that I don't go charging ahead before people are ready. We've got one thumbs up. If you're looking at sticking these teacups together as well, if you're really ready, it's got adhesive backing on there. So you need to peel off the adhesive backing, and then you can stick them one on top of the other. So if you're really desperately mad keen to get going, then you can stick your teacup together if you want to. I'll hang on until people are ready. And then let me know when you are at a point that you're ready to stick this back piece on. And that will give you your double Z. Yep, some more thumbs up, fab, that's good. Oh, rolling in now, brilliant. Okay, we'll go through it. Okay, so what you need to do is have your card open, and if you've got tape, peel off the backing of your tape. If you haven't yet stuck glue on there, or your Seal Plus or whatever you're using as your adhesive, then now's the time to put it on there. But do not stick it to anything. So make sure that your gluey end is kind of in free space, so to speak. So I'm going to stick it to my finger. This is the beauty of tape, is that you can stick it to your finger and it doesn't reduce any of the stick. Then I'm going to fold the card up so that I've got the strip along the bottom is completely folded up as if it was going to go in the post. Yeah. And then I'm going to put it down on the card front and stick it down. So fold it up like it's going in the post and then stick it. And you will find that it is in the right place perfectly and exactly. And you can still fold the card flat, which is exactly what you want to go in the post. Dead simple. And then your final job, once you've got your card folded flat, as I said, to stick your teacup layers together. If you don't like the plain with the little pattern cut out, then the die cuts, then obviously you could use one of your spare teacups that you've got from the very first project that we did, the pack of 5 cards. So your choice entirely. Just need to pop out all these little bits, and they get absolutely everywhere, these little bits, let me tell you. Stick to everything. There we go. And then once you've got your pattern layer, oh goodness me, go away, has got no little pieces poking out of it. Let's get rid of that before I stick it to something. Then you just need to be really careful and line it up. So I always start with the base of the teacup, line that one up first, and then line up the handle next. And then you should just be able to fold it over, you know, just push away, and it will stick and line up perfectly. So start with lining up the base first, then the inside and outside of the handle, and then just smooth it across, and you should find that the rest of the pattern lies flat without any problem. And then I've stuck mine to the front of this card, the original one, using 3D pads again to give that extra lift and dimension. So that's what I'm going to do with this one. So just a couple of pads, there we go. And I'm sticking it over the join, if you like. Now, of course, if you want to, if you've chosen the plain sides of the paper, you could have something poking out the top of your teacup if you want to. And I've just added a sentiment in this bottom corner here. So you can do that as well. And that's your card finished. So I'm going to bring in all the other projects that we've done tonight. So we've got that one, and then we've got this one, and then we've got the pack of cards. And then I also showed you, which this one is on the blog. If you came to Coffee Club and want to do it again, this one is on the blog. And if you want to use the design because you weren't at Coffee Club, then feel free to go and look on the blog and you can see the design there. I've got a couple of others to show you, including the extra project that you've got tonight as well. So there's this one, just to show you that the teacups stack quite nicely if you cut them out of paper, then patterned papers. And these are the patterned papers that you get in the in colours patterned paper pack. They're double-sided. You get 2 different designs of each of the colours. So 4 designs in total. So you've got checks, flowers, spots. What else have you got? There's stripes somewhere. So yeah, cute. And this is another one that I did. Again, stacking and layering the teacups. If you put dimensionals behind one and not the other, then it looks like the one's sitting inside the other quite nicely. So those are all our projects for tonight. And then one final project, a massive great stack of cards here. I'm going to get rid of all of these so that I can show you the extra project for tonight, the bonus project. The bonus project is this little one. So it is a tea bag cup, made to look like a little tea bag with extra teacups and papers and stuff on it. And it's got a little W fold at the bottom, so it's dead simple to do. For those of you who came to the very first Coffee Club of this year, if you remember, we made a calendar card, and this W is exactly the same as is on the bottom of the calendar card. So you will have made it before, and it just stands up on its own and looks like a little tea bag with the tea bag tag. And I've even used a staple exactly the same as you would have on a tea bag. So the instructions for this are also on the blog, and there will be a link coming out in the email that anyone who's on the subscriber list will be getting tomorrow. So if you get emails from me normally, you'll be getting an email tomorrow with a link to this project so that you can make that with your leftover bits if you want to, or make it again with stuff from your stash, whatever you choose. So that is the bonus project. I'm just going to turn the camera around. There we go. Hello. So hopefully you've enjoyed tonight. Hopefully you were able to craft along with me and you've had fun. Don't forget we've still got one raffle prize winner to come, number 487. So if you're watching this on the replay, 487 has not yet been claimed. So do let me know if 487 is your number. That's great. Other quick things I've got to tell you. The next workshop I've got at my house is the Sun Prints workshop with those beautiful blue papers. I've got 3 Step It Up cards to show you, and then which we're going to make, and then we've got an amazing wow card that you're going to absolutely love. It really is a great card. Lots of origami type folding, but then when you open it up, it's like, wow, fabulous. So if you've booked for that workshop, and lots of you have, which is wonderful, I really want to start prepping that this weekend, but I can't prep until I know definitely that you're coming by you paying. So if you've not paid me yet, can you please transfer the money for that workshop if you've already booked? That would be wonderful, please. And then I can get on and start prepping that, and I'll know if I need to order extra card or extra papers or whatever. If you want to place an order from the new catalogue, there is a host code on the Facebook page. If you just scroll back through the Facebook page, or a quick way to do it is to look on the photos. Go to the top of the Facebook page, choose photos, and then scroll back through the photos, and there the host code is on there. So if you're going to place an order, please do so by Sunday night if you can, and then you can be in the draw for orders this month, and then I can close the order and place my order. and you will go in the draw for another raffle prize, which I will draw on Sunday night. So don't forget, if you've been crafting along tonight, or if you do any crafting before Sunday of these projects, please share photos of your projects, and then you can be entered into the project prize draw as well on Sunday night for more goodies. That would be wonderful. And finally, you'll be glad to hear, this catalogue is leaving us, the mini is leaving us at the end of June. So that is one more month on this catalogue and then it's gone. The things that are carrying over are already in this catalogue to make it easy. So if you love something from here that is not in here, you need to buy it now or it's going to be gone. From Wednesday, there is going to be a sale of anything that's retiring from here. Not everything is discounted, but some things are discounted up to 50%. So some things are really worth having. Now I'll tell you now, because I know it's one of everybody's favourites, if I can find it, the New Horizons patterned papers, as in these lovely patterned papers that we used last month, the watercolour papers. They are going and they are discounted. So I reckon they're going to sell out really quick because they are so popular, but they are leaving us. They're not in the new catalogue. I think they've got 10% off, something like that, in the sale. So if you really want them, I would say buy them now before Sunday, order them now before Sunday. If you're happy to take your chance, then you could probably wait till Wednesday and see if you can get a pack in the discounted sale. But they are going, and I know that everybody loved those. So you know, and they've got those extra projects that you can make things with them as well. So if you want them, do get them. Anyway, we as demonstrators are now looking at the next mini catalogue that will be coming out in July. It obviously has all the Christmas stuff in it, and Halloween and autumn and things, and it's got loads of really cool stuff in it. I am loving the Christmas stuff. All I'm going to say is trains, yeah, actual trains. My mum's ears are pricking up straight away at that. Trains are a big thing in our family. Santa trains and gnomes. You're going to love it. That's all I'm saying. Okay, I'll see you on Sunday night for the prize draw. Yeah. See you soon. Thanks for crafting with me. Bye.